Welcome to my channel. This is Unbind Your Divine. My name is Brittany, and I am an intuitive artist as well as a mindfulness coach and a somatic healer. I like and am super passionate about painting my healing experiences and sharing the threads of healing and the journeys that I embark on. I hope something here sparks curiosity or is just at least entertaining in some way. And today I am going to share with you one of my favorite journeys and one of my most intense that I have experienced so far. They're all intense, but this one was superior and magical. So today I'm going to share with you the deep dive that I took with Lord Anubis. He is fascinating to me. His whole energy. He's such a divine, dark masculine. And when he first approached me, I froze. I almost froze. I was doing a meditation with Kali, and all of a sudden, Kali was swept away out of my meditation, and Anubis was just standing in front of me. And I had never been approached by a male deity prior to this. So it brought up a lot of things that I needed to work on. Fear of masculine, all these other programs that I needed to work through. This journey, this cleansing started almost immediately for me. The shadows and programs became very apparent to me. Anubis, over the course of a few days, guided me through this very deep and intense healing process, and I'm going to share it with you today and offer it in hopes that the healing continues. So he had guided me to shampoo my carpets. When I take these journeys, they tend to give me some type of somatic practice or grounding practice or some type of practice to journey with. And I was a little taken back that he wanted me to shampoo my carpets. So I followed my guidance. I got the shampooer, all the things. I have 4 children, and this specific weekend I had all my children with me. And through this process, Anubis held my hand and stayed with me for these, I think it was about 5 days that we worked very intensely through these healings. Trigger warning. I'm just going to throw out trigger warning. Whatever triggers gets triggered, but something might get triggered within you. Throughout this process of shampooing my carpets, he rose up and brought up every instance that my feminine had been degraded. He unlocked all my dormant and disassociated memories of the sexual abuse I experienced, of every time I was molested, every time I was raped, every time I was degraded by a masculine, every time I was not protected or provided for. He brought up all of it. And throughout this 3 days of shampooing my carpets, internally, I wanted to run. I wanted to hide. I wanted to stop everything, but he kept pushing me. He kept pushing me and holding me through it. And by the by the 3 days, it took almost everything in me not to explode on my children, just not out of anything they were doing, just the intensity of the emotions that were arising within me to be released. I try to do my best to be very coordinated with my emotional releases, but as we all know, you can't always control that shit. So on the third day of the shampooing of the carpets, it was time for the transition. So my children went to their father's house, and as soon as I dropped them off, he delivered me. I receive a lot of messages through songs and communications through song lyrics and things like that. And I was on a random playlist, and as soon as I dropped them off, my playlist genre switched up. Thank you, Anubis. And he delivered me these 3 songs. And as soon as I heard these 3 songs, it was coming. I felt the eruption within me. I barely was able to get into my house when I just broke down to my knees and started screaming and throbbing, and it was the most intensely beautiful and supported release that I had ever experienced within a masculine presence. And this offered me something so magical, so magical. He sat with me in my doorway where I had collapsed, and these waves just kept crashing through me like contractions. Like every time this gut-wrenching wave would come up, I would just be gripping the floor, screaming in pain from all these versions of me that had gone through this experience and was actually physically feeling it for the first consciously feeling it for the first time. I had experienced it as a child, but quickly was able to disassociate and shove it under the rug. But he brought it all up, and his hand was on my back the entire time, rubbing me as I'm doing these releases. And for a couple hours, I laid in that doorway, moving with these waves of contractions and releases and allowing them to flow through me. And this was such an obviously it's an emotional experience. You're releasing all this shit. But this was my first experience with actually feeling safely contained in a male presence. And that is indescribable. That is truly indescribable. Like, the magic. So after we went through the release, he asked me to paint a picture. And this is the picture that he gave me. He provided me with. And the rest of the healing process was focused on loving my divine feminine, my soft feminine, feeling safe in my femininity for the first time, feeling safe in my body. It was like all that weight and clutter and distorted views of my experiences were literally ripped out of my being. He then guided me to take a priestess bath. So I did my little bath ritual. He picked out an outfit. He guided me and picked out a gorgeous outfit for me to just soak around my house in. I gently found myself swaying in my femininity. I was all gussied up for him in black and gold and dolled up as I painted this picture for him. And he held such a remarkable space for me. It was a divine blessing and a beautiful experience. And he's not commonly known for this, holding this kind of space. He's more known for the balance, weighing your heart, and necromancy, and guarding the gates, and all those other beautiful things. But he is a divine protector of the divine feminine essence within you. And I just can't say enough about Anubis. He is extremely protective, extremely gentle in the space he is capable of holding for you. Going through this healing process is truly indescribable. Fucking phenomenal. My mind was blown for days. I never thought that shampooing my carpets would lead to such a beautiful thing. So if you have ever experienced any of these things, if you are looking for healing or support, Anubis is a powerful being who would gladly step in to assist you in that department. I offer you, Anubis and I offer you this practice of shadow work and somatic healing through washing your floors. Get on your hands and knees and wash your floors and set the intention. Ask Anubis to bring up what needs to be healed, show you what part of your feminine, where it's needing healing. And this, you can shampoo your carpets. I've done this several times with just washing my floors, washing my walls. This is a very grounding and beautiful, it's a very beautiful practice. And it allows you so much, it opens up a lot of doors for you. I don't know what else to say. It's just so magical. These experiences blow my mind every time. And I'm so blessed and so honored to have this opportunity to share it with you. If you are interested in supporting my art or journeying with this specific piece, you can check out my Etsy shop. Links will be where they're supposed to be when they're supposed to be there. If you are in need or guided for a support session to journey through some of these rougher energies, those links will also be where they're supposed to be when they're supposed to be there. I hope something was activated within you, whether it be curiosity, healing, a smile, a cringe, a twinge, something. Stay curious, stay open, and stay mindful.